Hi, in today's video we'll be going over an audiobook called The Beautiful Brain and some of the topics covered in that book that I found interesting. For a more in-depth view of the topic covered in the audiobook, I suggest you go listen to it on Audible. It's a 4-part series and I recommend you guys listen to it. Now let's begin. In part 1, they introduced the disease called CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. They also introduced Jeff Astel's family and Jeff Astel, who was a soccer player back in the day. He suffered from CTE. It shows his life from a successful soccer player to a few years after retirement, when he started to lose his memory at first, and then he lost sense of fear, and then he couldn't remember anything, and he eventually choked to death at a family gathering. It's a tragic story, but that's how they introduced the audiobook series. In part 2, they introduced Dr. Bennett Omalu, who coined the term CTE. He talks about his struggles in informing the public about CTE and how severe it is. He said he was met with a lot of backlash from sports like American football and other sports. One of the key facts that he mentions that I found interesting was that you can get CTE even if you haven't had a concussion. So even if you don't get a concussion, you could have already suffered from CTE if you got hit in the head. And also another fact that I found interesting was that you could get hit in the head and not suffer from any side effects until like 40 years after the initial blow to the head. Also, one thing to note is that CTE cannot be cured, it's irreversible, so they can only mitigate the side effects you get from CTE, but not cure you completely. Also, one other thing they mentioned in part 2 is that after only one season of American football, you can suffer permanent brain damage. And CTE also comes with like loss of memory, loss of fear. Part 3 goes into domestic violence and how women are very susceptible to getting hit in the head when in a relationship with a lot of domestic violence. Even though 80% of cases are male, 20% of cases come from women. So they were talking about how they're gonna start doing more research on women because the female brain is different, so they want to see how it behaves compared to men's cases. And they also mentioned that there's an organization that's helping women recover from domestic violence. Part 4 concludes the series and it goes into the different organizations helping out with the problem at hand, and that's CTE. And they also do a play for Jeff and reenact his life in celebration of his memory and his legacy that he left behind. That concludes all the parts. Make sure that if you want to go into depth, I suggest you actually get the audiobook on Audible. It's a very good listen. I highly recommend it. Also, At the very end of part 4, Dr. Bennett gives a last warning to everyone, and he mentions that he thinks that contact sports shouldn't be done by anyone under the age of 18, just like we don't give cigarettes to people under the age of 18 because it could harm their development. And he also talks about how smoking is really bad for you, but if you stop smoking for like years, like 10 years, then you may recover a little bit of your lungs back. But if you get hit in the head and you develop symptoms of CTE, then there's no going back because it's irreversible. So he strongly recommends that no one under the age of 18 does contact sports, but you guys decide for yourselves if you want to do sports like that or not. But it's a good thing to be informed before you partake in those activities, just so you know the risks associated with what you're doing. So take that information for what it's worth, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Peace.